Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for sticking around so late. What an amazing night in Bournemouth. Joined here by Lawrence Okolie and his coach 𝗕𝗏𝗄. And first question.
Lawrence.
Your answer, yes.
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, Lawrence, how are you feeling after that fight? It was quite an extraordinary fight and event. And how are you feeling in yourself now?
I feel good. I feel really, really good. I think it was a good fight. You know, for me, as long as I lose convincingly, I try my best. I'm always all right with whatever happens. You know what I mean? When I win, I win. I don't feel anything. When I lose, I don't feel anything. It's just I enjoy boxing, and I just know that we're gonna be able to go and come again.
Lawrence, do you feel that the crowd played a big part in Chris's victory today?
Not really. I think he just did a lot of good stuff in there. I think I was maybe a little bit too tense when I was letting the shots go. Now, after the fact, I can tell when I just let the shots go, it was working well. However, when I was there forcing it or whatever, nothing was coming off, and he was able to get short shots off after I'd over-egged it. So he was able to keep grinding, and that, along with the first knockdown and good momentum for him, played a massive factor. But for me, as I said, there's a few tweaks that can make a big difference. So I'm not really that fast. I'm just eager to go and come again.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
No
stress.
Of the 3 counts you took, how many of them were genuine knockdowns? How hurt or buzzed were you for each of them?
I think the first one, definitely. I remember thinking, oh, good shot. I remember when he landed, I think it was like a left hook. I said, damn, you got me. Then I think by the time it got to 4, I was all right, and then we carried on. The other 2, I didn't really feel like they were knockdowns. I was quite like, oh, what's going on? Obviously, with the excitement and stuff, the ref's going to be excited and do whatever, but you know what, at the end of the day, I shouldn't be in those positions anyway. I should be standing up tall and boxing, so I've got to take those on the chin and just don't allow myself to fall into those traps another time.
Lawrence, will the plan be to go straight into the rematch?
Yeah, 100%. Like, at the end of the day, this is boxing. I think the main thing I know is that I'm down, but I'm not out. It's just like, it was a good performance from Chris. There's good work on my end. I have to obviously watch it back, but there was nothing in there that made me think, he's unbelievable or whatever else. It's just good performance on his part. He put everything on the line and he got his reward for it, but I would definitely be pushing for a rematch.
Lawrence, the holding, you lost points for it. You feel you're going to have to change something there because it can cost you?
I think it's either that or refs are going to have to get educated on other people. There's positions that you get into that the other guys, that, for example, locking your arm, but because of the reputation, referees are just losing their minds. Oh, Joe! And it's like, come on, man, like, you have to understand, if you've got a hand free, you've got to be able to work and stuff like that. But it's not for me to educate refs, it's for refs to sort of go and do their homework. But other than that, I did realise when I was punching, it was working, so it is maybe throw more punches.
𝗕𝗏𝗄, what your take on that was as well? At one point you looked to be speaking to the referee. What did you make of the?
Oh yeah, we were having a little friendly conversation in which he didn't want me to do any talking. I guess maybe because I was correct, but it was his call because he was in the ring. So it was definitely about pushing or holding and things like that. He's calling Lawrence for things that, you know, clearly he's off balance. You know, those 2 guys they pretty much they're grappling. In boxing, you do hold if you lose your balance. You're not supposed to just fall. So if you got somebody with you, and if you're trying to get positioned inside, you have to hold and do certain things. That's just part of boxing. It's everybody does it. You're not supposed to just stand there. You have to take care of yourself and know how to just work on the inside. So when you're working on the inside, it's a sort of a rhythm. It's sort of something you can do with your eyes closed. It's off a feel. And definitely, if anybody's in this room is falling, I guarantee you're going to grab onto something. If you're off balance, I mean, that's just nature. You're not going to let yourself fall. So it was both holding from both guys. Everyone was talking about the knockdowns. I believe it was just 1 clear knockdown. The other 2 were not knockdowns. But the referee made the call, just the same as the referee made the call on Chris Billam-Smith not being knocked down in his corner. At that time, nope, I'm still here. So at that point, you know, it wasn't pushing. At that point, it wasn't just him falling. So some of the things were biased, obviously. I mean, I'm not trying to make any excuses. But yeah, I do like to be on fair playing grounds, and obviously everybody was excited. So this is the result that we got, and yeah, we're still working hard and learning things. As Lawrence is sitting here talking about it now, he knows there's things that he has to improve on. He's not afraid to take the loss, neither am I. And it was a good win for Chris, you know, for everything that he did. It was just things that we didn't do, which made the fight go in the other direction.
Question for both of you, really. Do you think the fact that you're still early on in your journey together with each other as coach and fighter, that you can improve and get better and become two-time and have a longer reign?
For me, I think that's not the be-all and end-all, obviously, of the journey or what we're working on. It's kind of, for me, it's a bit upsetting because the stuff that we work on in the gym and the vision that I know Sugar's got for me is a spectacular one. So it's just about getting there one step at a time. We've had about maybe 3 months together now, maybe 3.5 months, and there's been some progress, but it's still a learning curve for me. I think obviously I'm always good at learning. You know what I mean? Obviously I'm going to learn from this defeat. No biggie. I had a short and explosive amateur career. Same with the professional. I managed to become British, Commonwealth, European champion, all off the back of my mentality and physicality. So I'm going to carry on, obviously become 2-time world champion. That's a no-brainer. So we'll just take this one and, as I said, go back to drawing board.
Sugar, what was the main game plan going into the fight with Chris?
Knockout. Main game plan.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be more technical.
If you can, yeah. That'd be
Just a little bit more technical. Really, Lawrence was, you know, the game plan is to stay tall, work off the jab, and land the punches. As he stated that he was a bit tight, and that was something that we talked about in training camp. At certain times when he hits the mitts with me and does certain things, if he's tight, yeah, it comes off a bit slower. But when he's fluent, then you know, he's magical. One of the things I was saying to him in the corner was like, keep moving, like don't stop, like be free. Like keep it flowing, because he would jump in and then would just stop.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to bend the bang up like a 1-2 right off of that, but or sometimes he would just jump in and just freeze. So that was the punch. And he's done it sometimes. The times he did it, he hurt Chris. And the one round when he did have him hurt good, he smothered the work. So I mean, he knows what his mistakes were. So for me, it's the best thing is for when you know what your mistakes are, you can work on it. But if you have no idea what you was doing wrong, oh, it's a long journey.
Like you said, when you were punching, it was working. Were you surprised some of those didn't knock Chris down? A couple of to the side of the head.
Yes and no, but there was none that landed like the way that I like to land. There was a couple of good shots, but as I said, I was too eager, like, and I felt myself rushing in because I felt with the knockdown he got in the 4th and a couple of points, I was like, I got to knock him out. So I was there loading up as opposed to just relaxing. And I kind of lost track of rounds as well, which was quite annoying for me. Usually I'm quite composed, like, this is round 7 I'm going into. I was just like, oh shit, it's round 10. Fuck, we got to push it. So it was good. As I said, for me, like, I don't really have much excuses or nothing like that. I'm just, like I said, I understand the game of boxing. He did well. Today's his day, and tomorrow will be my day.
Is it the same Chris that you left in the gym, or is it a better Chris?
No, it's the same guy. Me and him always had good hard work. I think it's just twos and flows. That, for example, if I landed the shot in the 4th that hurt him, I probably would have got the fight. But you know, like moments make fights. You know, I think you get a knockdown, it boosts you for the next couple rounds. And even me, I said, I think the knockdown was in like the 4th. So I said, round 5, relax. You know, get your feet, don't get caught with nothing silly. You just work, and then that would be another round in his favour. And then from there, you just get. I think with certain points and stuff like that, the fight started slipping away, and then it made me have to kind of push it. So it was a new position to be in, and it was kind of exciting. It's kind of weird because I hate losing. I'm obviously a winner at heart, but it was just interesting to kind of know. Today I was watching Lennox Lewis's documentary, and I saw him take some L's and come back, and that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling right now.
Hold on, wait, I got a question. What were the scorecards? Because I couldn't hear in there, but I just heard the crowd booing. So could somebody tell me?
112, 112.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And then it was 116, 107, 115, 108.
106, 107. What do you say?
116, 107.
Oh, 116, okay.
Yeah, them points and shit, man. I scored on my next one. Get there.
Lawrence, in hindsight, did the very short turnaround time from the previous camp have an effect on how you felt out there tonight?
I don't think so. I think it's good back to back. I was in great shape. There's not really, I ain't got no excuses. It's just I thought it was a fight, and another guy kind of threw more punches at the right time. His game plan worked well. There's nothing really to it. Today's his day, and I know what I'm gonna go and work on. And at the end of the day, like I've lost as an amateur, I'll come back, become an Olympian. I've lost as a pro, I'm gonna come back, be a world champion. For me, it's just another step. Like I don't really get too emotional when it comes to boxing. When I win, it's like, okay, well done. And I've lost now, so alright, cool, what are we gonna do? So for me, it's just the name of the game, and that's why I'm gonna be world champion again.
Lawrence, do you think the rematch will take place in Bournemouth, or do you think you go to neutral territory?
I don't mind coming to Bournemouth. There's nothing about this that made it anything more than what it was. It was. I'm not gonna lie, it was exciting for me. I'm not gonna lie, it was exciting. I loved it. I felt like it forced like so. It's very hard to recreate that energy from an opponent. You know, coming with everything. So for me, it's another tick. Obviously, I didn't get the win, but it's a tick. Like I've beaten undefeated guy after undefeated guy. I've beaten contenders. But going to someone's backyard and then seeing everything they got. Chris, fantastic. His confidence is probably going to go up off that win. But there's not really much more to it. It's just, alright, cool. If I'm going to lose in Bournemouth, I might as well win here.
Lawrence, apologies if the question's been asked and just came to the presser. When the referee was warming you and deducting points, did you think it was fair or did you have complaints?
I kind of had the idea that stuff like that was going to happen. The whole time I was thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to really get it. But there's not, like I said, I'm not here to make excuses and stuff like that. I need to watch it back to see, but I could tell by the time I got to that round 7, 8, I was like, if I don't get a knockout, it's gonna slip away, and I wasn't able to get the shots off, so I just got to take it and go again.
Lawrence?
Yo.
Same thing here, apologies for being
Cool.
asked. How do you reconcile kind of mentally with, I guess, the disappointment of your first defeat in your career, and then maybe the joy in a sense of seeing someone like Chris succeed for the first time?
What was the first thing you said?
How do you reconcile with the disappointment of defeat, and then maybe the joy in a sense of seeing someone like Chris get his moment, and you get to see that up close? It must be a bit of a weird feeling.
For me, like I said, I don't get emotional when it comes to boxing. I'm very matter of fact. The fact is, Chris did better work than me today. I had points deducted. I had knockdowns, whether I thought they were legitimate or not. There was like maybe 6 points deducted in a fight. That's just what it is. When you get 6 points deducted, unless you knock the guy down or knock him out or win convincingly all the rounds, you're going to lose a fight on points. Do you know what I mean? So it was a good, hard fight. I need to watch it back. I think I had to grit it out as well at times. It's just good character building. It's good character building for me. And I'm happy to see, not obviously beat me, because I would prefer to be here like, yeah, I won another one, but it was good to see Chris fulfill his dreams. I'm happy for him as a man. You know, I think he's great with his wife. I think he's great with his kid, and I liked him as a person. I would obviously have liked to beat him and knock him out, but he got the victory here, and I don't really feel any ill will towards him. I just want to get it back.
You made efforts to kind of make your style a bit more entertaining and kind of end the hugging aspect of the game. Does this make you, with the points deductions, want to really kind of focus on that and really kind of eliminate that from your game further?
I think I'm going to start giving seminars to British Boxing Board of Control or whatever on holding and shit like that, because it's like, I need to watch it back to see if it was excessive and stuff, but it's like, if you've got an arm free, or you've got, like, there's certain positions you're allowed to get into in boxing, and there's no fight in boxing where two people don't come together. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, obviously with the occasion, and you've got Shane in the corner, he's holding, and anyone can get flustered. Referees make bad calls all the time. The crowd was excited. It's Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? You're an away fighter in a sense, despite being a champion, and you're gonna have to deal with that. But for me, I could have been, or should have been better. I wasn't, so you got to take it and come again.
Lawrence, with being in Bournemouth, there was obviously a lot of hype around it before the fight. You took a little bit of time to come out for your ring walk. Was that perhaps a bit of mind games, trying to keep him waiting in the ring? What was the reason?
I was just struggling with the kit. It's quite cold out there. I was trying to get something on, it wasn't working, so I had to take a couple of seconds longer.
One more question.
Lawrence.
Yo.
Of course, you trained alongside Chris and Shane at the gym.
Yeah.
From the time of sparring to tonight, what differences do you feel that you felt in Chris that you hadn't seen before in sparring?
It wasn't any difference. It was just 10-ounce gloves, so the shots hurt a little bit more. As I said, he got a knockdown, so that obviously was a factor. What else was there? He was strong on the inside, which he always is, but I think he was chopping good shots. So I was being a little bit sloppy and leaning in, and he was able to get little right hooks off, and he was really working in there. So it's definitely, in a fight like this, and someone's home, it makes a big difference because it'll rally them on, do you know what I mean? But like I said, good work and nothing to it.
Of course, in I mentioned the rematch. What would you bring differently to the table to overthrow Chris on the next occasion?
I think, obviously, you don't want to give a game plan, obviously I'll be a little bit more loose, but I think I'll go for actually like, empty the tank early. I wouldn't be trying to go points, I'll be trying to just get it done, and whatever happens, happens.
It's getting pretty late here, ladies and gentlemen, but we want to thank Sugar and Lawrence for joining us here today. Thank you for being one half of an amazing show, Lawrence. Still a champion to a lot of people. Thank you, Lawrence, for your time. Have a great night. Thank you.